All right, it is Wednesday. I'm wearing a headset. I'm not really sure why I'm doing this, but it was plugged in, so I'm just going to use it. It was not necessary overkill. Um, so today I'm just really going to share my screen and I'm going to show you where to find the compensation plan for our business so that you guys know exactly where it is and how it's broken down. And last week we were supposed to talk about the spirit of selling, sort of in preparation for Go Giver Sells More. So really, Go Giver Sells More, I have not read that book, so I'll be reading it for the first time with you guys, unlike Go Giver, which I had read and I reread with you guys. But that book was so impactful for me, and I felt like it was for you guys, that I decided that we should probably read the whole series, because there's a couple of them. There's Go Giver Sells More, and then there's Go Giver Influencer, and I felt like all of them applied to our line of work, and it would be really beneficial for us to do them. So I'm excited. I've heard a lot of really great things about Go Giver Sells More. In fact, I've heard more things about this book than even the Go Giver. So I'm excited to see the outcome of reading that book together. But really the point of the calls for this month was to sort of get us aligned with the energy of that book and to demystify this concept of selling. I want to direct you guys to a podcast that I have been listening to that's actually been very, very helpful. And it's called, I'm just going to give you her name. I'm going to type it in the chat box. Oh my God, I'm going to totally butcher her name too, of course. She's called Stacey Bayman. She's actually a student of Brooke Castillo. She teaches life coaches how to make money. That's her niche. Now I can't find her, of course. Here it is. Stacey Bayman. All right. So her niche is teaching life coaches how to make money. She is a life coach, but she teaches people how to make money. She has this program, 2K for 2K, where she teaches you how to do that. But how to make money as a life coach, or make money as a life coach, is her podcast. And as a life coach podcast, she works also with people who are in network marketing and direct sales. So she kind of addresses, if you're a coach of any kind, if you're in the business of working with people and having these relationships, how to make money doing that. So a lot of what she teaches, even though it's like tailored for life coaches, you can directly apply that to Beachbody coaching. It's like very easy to apply it. But one of the things that she does really well is she helps you kind of process the mentality behind selling. And she talks a lot about belief, which is everything that I talk about, basically. And she talks about that sales is really just a transference of like inspiration. So people buy when they feel inspired. Your job is to inspire. How do you do that? Is by being inspired. That's basically her simple formula and explanation for how you sell. An inspired person inspires others to take inspired action. That's my summation of what she teaches. So write that down. An inspired person inspires others to take inspired action. This would be why you will post a call to action that you were kind of like, not really feeling when you posted it, and then it gets like crickets, right? And then you can feel when you're writing this post and the post feels really good and you're like really in the post and you post it and the feedback is completely different. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? There are those things that you put out there that when you're really feeling the energy of the thing and it gets a completely different feedback from your audience. This is what she's talking about, okay? She doesn't teach hustling. She doesn't teach tracking people down. She's very much about letting the offers come to you, letting things come to you. But your job, as she sees it, is to be booking consultations, and you can do that as a Beachbody coach. Book consultations for people joining your fitness team, or for people joining your fitness community, right? And that's something that I have a lot of success with, is when I get someone on the phone. Basically now I do a lot of different things as well, but every time someone wants to work with me, they always end up on a discovery call, period. And when I have them on the call and I'm listening to them talk and I'm hearing what's concerning them, that's when I kind of direct them one way or another. Either they're going to be put into Workout Warrior Wellness Studio because that's really what they need to focus on, and I'm going to set them up with a program, or they're going to go into private coaching if they need way more of that attention from me, or a TAU, which is my group coaching program. So everything funnels for me straight to a discovery call. And as a Beachbody coach, you can absolutely set those for your people. You can get a free scheduler at Acuity Scheduling. It is free. That's the one I use to run all of my businesses, is Acuity. I have a paid version of Acuity because I need more complex tasks. But you guys can get a very simple scheduler with Acuity, with your name, and then have a discovery call on there. And then when people set availability time for you, and then when people want to talk to you about something, be like, yeah, absolutely. Let me send you my scheduler. Find a time that works for you. These times definitely work for me. We'll get on a call and we'll talk, right? That does a couple of things. That makes you look very professional. It also saves you a lot of time. When you're kind of chasing people in chat boxes, like they disappear, they don't answer, they go away, they forget, it wastes a lot of time. When I can get someone on the phone for 30 concentrated minutes, you will figure out exactly what they need, why they need it, and you'll get down to the offer a lot faster. At the end of that conversation, I'll say, okay, so far I've heard you said XYZ, yes? And they'll say yes or no. Okay. My professional opinion, I always say that. As a massage therapist, at the end of a massage, I say my professional opinion is this treatment plan. At the end of a phone call, it's my professional opinion is this track for you, okay? I think my professional opinion is you should go into our fitness community. This is what you're gonna get in there. You're gonna get this, you're gonna get this, you're gonna get this, you're gonna get this. We're going to help you pick a program. We're going to figure out what supplements you need right now. And then you're going to get plugged into this group. What this group is going to do for you is XYZ. Tell them everything you're getting and what it involves when they go in there. How does that sound? Let them answer you. Okay. Once they answer you, talk to them like a real person. Okay, what's holding you up? What are you afraid of? What's, like, if they give you an objection, they might not. If they don't give you an objection, be like, great, I need your email. I'm going to send you a kit. Ask them questions. Do you struggle with energy to work out? Do you struggle with muscle soreness after you work out? Do you, so you can figure out what to put in their cart. Let them know what you're pairing them with and why. Tailor a cart to them and send it to them. You can do that right on the phone with them, right? If they have objections, talk them through them like a normal human being. What's going on? What are you nervous about? Why are you nervous about it? See what you can offer them to assure them, right? And then close or don't close. But when you streamline it to a discovery call and getting them on the phone, it makes your job so much easier. You know exactly how many people you're talking to in that week, how many presentations, that's what Beachbody calls presentations, you're doing. It's just a discovery call, same thing, same format. You can get them to answer all your questions in that moment, so you're not kind of doing this back and forth thing that can take forever. And then is it a yes or a no instantaneously. It makes a big difference when people can hear your voice and they can feel you on a call. It's very different than chatting to someone through a keyboard, okay? I found I was wasting a lot of time. And the spirit of selling, which to me is really fun. Selling is very fun. It didn't feel that way when I started. It felt weird. It felt grimy. It felt like all of these templates that I had about selling from people in my life, right? That I had just sort of decided that selling was a low scale job and it was shitty, right? It was a kind of like a weird thing. But when I started to shift that into selling is actually very fun because all I'm doing is transferring inspiration. And what I'm putting in people's hands is something that's really fun because it's something I think is fun. Suddenly it changed the game for me, right? But hearing my voice and hearing their voice was a big part of that transaction. And that involved getting a scheduler, putting people on calls, especially someone like, say, if you have a full-time job, you have a very narrow window of time to talk to people. So if you had a scheduler with a couple hours in the evening, a few times at night, they would know straight away she's available only at these times. So when you get home, you're like, I've got these calls to handle, right? Like I don't have to waste my time in this day figuring out what I'm going to do, right? I have a window, and that window is the window I'm taking calls, the end. In my case, I'm also a massage therapist, so my scheduler is split. There are some days when I'm doing massage and nothing else, and there are other days when I'm doing calls and nothing else. They're not mixed, because when your energy is concentrated, you perform a lot better, right? You're a lot clearer in your mind. So if you're someone who has another job, figure that out. What are the exact hours that you can offer someone to get on a call with you, even if they're narrow? Set those parameters in your scheduler and send that to people. Don't waste your time with the back and forth thing. Get them on a call. It makes a very big difference. The transference of inspiration is there. Now, that was kind of like an aside. When you want to inspire someone to take inspired action, you have to be inspired. Period. If you're not feeling inspired about your journey, if you're not feeling committed, if you're not feeling like pumped about what you're doing and what you're learning, no one's going to feel that from you. No one's going to want to join someone who doesn't feel pumped about that. So whenever I'm feeling like a lull in my business, I always ask myself, when was the last time I did something that really inspired me? When was the last time I did something that really like elevated me energetically? And then I offered that to people. And then I just do that. I get my mind behind that energy before I write a post, before I talk to people, before I engage at all. Okay. So I feel like this sentence really is the spirit of selling. An inspired person inspires others to take inspired action. Stacy didn't say that exactly, but that's the summation of what she said. And that's what she teaches when it comes to sales. But her podcast is really beneficial for getting this understanding of how to have that professional relationship and how to make it fun. She's very bubbly. She's very outgoing. She takes a little bit getting used to. But she's really, really brilliant, and she knows her stuff. I mean, she's created a multi-million-dollar business herself, and she's really wise when it comes to this. So go listen to that podcast. It's super worth it. I just discovered it, and I'm like really loving it, the whole thing. Yeah, so does this make sense about streamlining your call for sales and like making it a very effortless process that people can just book calls with you when you're not even engaging with them? You don't have to be like, what time are you available? What time are you, what time are you, you're just kind of going back and forth forever. No, get a scheduler, which is a very professional thing to do. And Acuity is a very sophisticated one, even for free. Figure out the parameters of time that you have, set that availability, and just shoot people that link over and over and over again. Schedule with me, schedule with me, schedule with me, and let them do that. If they don't even have the time to like click on a link to schedule with you, then what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, don't even talk to this person. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you my scheduler, and I'm also going to show you where to find the compensation, which is the second part of this conversation. Okay. Whoa. What? I didn't click on this. All right. Let me figure out how to share my screen. Here we are. Share. All right. I'm going to open the chat box so you guys can tell me if you see, because I can't see you guys. You guys can see my screen? Yes? All right. Okay. This is what Acuity looks like. Now, again, mine is more complex because I have multiple businesses. But when you sign in, come here, availability. You can set availability for, I have two types. My group 1 is my massage clients, and I have certain availability for them. Group 2 are all my calls with you guys plus my private coaching calls, and I have different availability with you guys there. Okay. For you, the free one, you only get one type of availability. You can always upgrade for more, but it will work just fine with one. Okay. Here's the other really cool thing that you can do on Acuity is you can actually make forms. You can make intake forms for your people. So like I have one for massage. When someone goes to book a massage, there's a whole intake form plus terms and conditions that they have to sign off on before they book their appointment. But you can also do that for a discovery call. So you can actually create a form for people to fill out before they get on a discovery call with you. Ask them some basic questions like, what are you most interested in? What are you struggling with? Whatever. And that gets integrated straight into I'll show you what it looks like when someone goes to the schedule. This is my scheduling link. You can actually change the name of your link and customize it as well. So this is what it looks like. You can add a logo, you can whatever. I have all these parameters here. So when they go, we'll show you. When they go to schedule a massage, they're going to click their massage. They're going to click the time that I have available, and it's going to continue. Okay. So right away, it's going to show them. So they're always going to ask for these three things: name, phone number, and email. But then here's my form. It's automatically attached to my request. They have to fill this form out, and then they have to sign off on the terms and condition, and then they can either redeem a package, pay now, or pay later before it confirms. Okay, Acuity does all of this for you. Same thing goes for if you were to schedule a call with me, a Beachbody call. Here's a coach progress form that I meant. Put right into that scheduling of your call. Okay. Acuity is brilliant. It does this right for you. Yes, it's a brilliant scheduler. I absolutely love it. It'll save you so much time. So easy to say with people and so easy to customize. Okay. It has an app as well for Android and Apple. So good. All right. Here we are on our very famous website. Okay, so you don't even have to sign in. If you just go to Coach, first of all, I want you guys to know that this is here. If you have a prospect, you don't have to send them anything fancy. You can literally click on Coach on our regular website, and they already explain what we do as coaches. Like, they have an entire web page that talks about what we do, why we do it, earning, all that. And down here, it gives them all these documents. You literally don't have to do any work. Like, you just click compensation plan highlights. Boom. It explains challenge packs, this is how much money you earn. Retail, this is how much money you earn. Memberships, this is how much money you earn. Okay? It shows you some figures. Team cycle bonus. This is confusing as fuck, and no prospect is going to understand it. However, it's here. There's a little chart. It explains how you earn bonuses and your rank and how that gets affected by your rank. It explains what a matching bonus is, which is the third way you earn once you're Ruby and above. It explains star diamond bonus pools and how much you earn. Okay. So it shows you. It shows you all the things. Rank requirements. This is what they call, this is what you need to stay active. Okay. This is what the ranks look like, broken down. Dude, all of this already for you. You have to do no work. Okay. Statement of independent coach earnings. They can read literally some basic numbers. What does this look like figures wise? These are old, but they're there. Coach policies and procedures compensation plan. Here's like the full PDF. The only person who's ever read this is Sable. This is all everything. Everything. If you have someone who really likes details, here it is. Have at it. They're like really into legal stuff and they want to know all the things. Here it is. Nothing to hide. Straight up. Right on the website. Again, how you get to this, you literally type teambeachbody.com, just go to Coach. I'm not even signed in. This is available to anybody. Anybody can find this. And then, you know, it says become a coach a lot. So what I would say is when they click on it, I want to show you what happens. I read the entire, I know you did. So when they click on become a coach, they're going to be given the option. They're going to explain what's going to happen, right? They're going to talk about signing up as a coach without a challenge pack and what they're going to pay, which is right here. They're going to talk about the business fee. They're going to ask them if they already have an account, and they're going to let them sign in. If not, they're going to ask for all this information, all, you know, right here. Then they're going to ask, yes, I have a coach referral. If they click this, they will then ask you for a username, email, coach ID. Any one of these will find. I'll show you. See, this confirms Christina Garcia de los Rios is my coach. That's me, right? So they can click become a coach straight from the site, and then just make sure you give them one of these things, your email or coach ID, and it'll identify you. Okay? Or it'll say, no, please select a coach for me. Okay? It'll give them the option of doing a challenge pack. Once they do all of this, it's going to give them the option of signing up with a challenge pack. It's going to show you them some top sellers and check them out, and then boom, they're assigned to you. So this is an easy way to sign a coach. This is another easy way to literally just from the normal website. Like you don't even have to do anything special. Did y'all know this was here? So easy. I feel like everything gets easier for me with Beachbody over time. Okay. So right now, Sable and I are leveraging the Ultimate Portion Fix. Because the cool thing to me about really this is the reshoot of the program, 21 Day Fix and Fix Extreme, which I am loving. I'm having a blast doing them, and they're currently $20 off the challenge packs or $10 off the kit. So I'm promoting that right now going into May. This is the last thing I'll promote for the month until I start over in May with my promotion calendar. Yeah, this site has gotten a massive upgrade. So if you guys haven't spent some time on the website and learning how to leverage it, I really would. It looks so much better. They've done a great job. All right, stopping sharing. Any questions, comments? I've talked a lot. It's been a lot of talking. Unmute yourself or chat. It's fine. I feel like Sable is typing. I don't know. Yes. Okay.
I was just taking notes.
Okay, ask me things. I mean, I could go through the compensation plan if you guys really don't know how we earn money, but we don't have anybody so new in here right now that wouldn't know that. But even still, like honestly, the very simplest thing you can do for yourself is to go to that website, click on coach, go all the way down to compensation highlights. You can also find this in your coach office, but it's just easier to find it from right there. You don't even have to sign in to your coach online office. And it explains to you, like at the beginning, very basically, you will be earning about 35 something dollars, $40 on challenge packs, and then it's 25% off all of their products, and then it's 40% off all memberships, all like recurring things. So you make more when people stay on product and membership, of course. So that's it from the beginning. Once you hit Emerald and above, you're now making Team Cycle bonus. It starts at $14, goes to $18 when you go Diamond and above. There's math involved with Team Cycle bonus, so the easiest thing you can do is actually go to YouTube and type in Team Cycle bonus Beachbody and watch a video on how it's broken down because it's a little bit complex. And then once you hit Ruby and Diamond and above, you get matching bonus. Matching bonus means as you start, your leaders start earning income, you will be matched at 5 or 10% for their work. So if they get paid $100, Beachbody pays you $10, 10%, you know, because they made $100. Like it's just they match at a certain percentage. And then after that, you get Star Diamond bonus, which is actually a quarterly bonus that's handed to you from the company profit. So they calculate company profits, they give certain ranks a certain percentage of the profit. It's actually not complicated at all. And the more I teach it, the more I'm like, this is really easy. Like it's not very difficult to earn money with Beachbody. I feel like other companies have tried to explain their compensation plan to me, and I'm like, don't get it. Like at all. I don't know what you're saying. There's so like Young Living, someone tried to explain the Young Living compensation plan to me, and I was literally like, I'm a smart individual, okay? I own many businesses. I've been doing this for a long time. I was like, I have no fucking idea how you make money. None. Zero. I don't understand. So confusing.
I also, if you log into your coach office and you click on, when it opens up in the top boxes there, off to the big blue box or whatever, there's earnings as a tab. And if you click on that, it opens and you can, there's like a little question mark or something in each of the boxes.
Next to the things,
You can scroll over that and the box will open up and give you a short description of what you would need to do to qualify for each of those things. And so that's where I learned a lot. When you can see, you know, in your earnings and compensation table, like where you have zeros, like, okay, well, what would I have to do to get money in there? What did I have to do to get points in there? And so that's where I started to learn a little bit more about each of those categories, because obviously that's how we're making money, is by those different areas. So it was easy to get a like quick snapshot of that as well.
There's also something called a fast start bonus and a fast start bonus plus. And so like if you sell a certain number of challenge packs in a week, they'll give you a bonus just because you did that in like a 5-week period. If you sign up a certain number of teammates in a week, they'll give you a bonus as well just because you did that. So they're pretty generous with their money. Like it's easy to earn money and they're willing to give you a lot of money just for like doing things. So of all the companies I have been through the compensation plans, this one is so direct. It's so simple to make money. It's really not complicated. They are wanting to give you the money. You just show up and do the sales. Right. So if you have someone who's joining and they're like nervous, just send them to that coach page. Girl, I get it. I was nervous too. Look at this coach page. It talks about what we do. On the bottom, there's some coach documents. Check out those coach documents. You know, if you click on become a coach, I can give you my information. You can just sign up straight from there. Right. If they get to the challenge packs, they don't know which one, you can coach them on picking one, or you can send them a share a cart. But this is just another way that you can sign someone up as well. That's easy and directly from their website. So easy to do. I really feel like that's all I had to talk about. I didn't write anything else down. That was it. The Acuity thing was just a bonus because I was listening to her podcast today and I was like, I really feel like everybody should start using this, like to save you guys time. And you can meet them online and build a relationship with them, but once it starts like brass tacks, you're talking about business, get them on the phone, save yourself the time, figure out in those 30 minutes if they're a good match for you, if you like them, if they like you, and if they're wanting to commit. And if not, then you know, right? It's just a lot easier. It's so much faster, saves you so much time. And you get to know people. It's just way more fun. I have way more fun doing phone calls than I do talking to people via Messenger, personally. Yeah, for sure. Way more personal. Well, Sable, did you have any more material? Because I went through all mine. I talked really fast.
No, I mean, we hit on everything because we were able to talk a little bit about selling, which was last week's call, compensation plan. So I'm
Where to
good.
find it?
Yeah. Team cycle bonus, that's tough for everyone. Like,
Yeah.
I have watched videos over and over. I've looked at the charts. I get it, but not fully. But I don't know, I just watch a different video until I keep grasping it. But you're right, for the most part, it's pretty simple.
It's like you just get 300 points between your legs. Like that's it. It's like you have a weak leg and a strong leg. Strong leg produces more volume. Weak leg produces less volume. This is team cycle bonus Shakti version. Strong leg, weak leg. Strong is strong because it has more volume points. You can find that in your online office. When you go to compensation, there's a thing that says team volume. That's where you see LV, RV, left leg or left volume, right volume or whatever. The one that has less numbers in it, that's your weak leg. The one that has more numbers in it, that's your strong leg. The way you earn team cycle bonus when you're an Emerald coach and above is they take 200 of those points from the strong leg, the leg that's producing more volume, 100 from the leg that's producing less volume to equal 300. When they can get 300 from the two legs, they will give you one cycle bonus, which if you're an Emerald coach is $14, or Ruby coach is $16, Diamond and above it's $18. They will keep taking 200 from the strong leg and 100 from the weak leg until they cannot take any more and make 300, okay? When they're done, basically when the weak leg runs out of 100s and they can't make 300 anymore, your team cycle bonus stops. So for every 300 they can make, you get a certain amount of money, 14, 16, or 18. If they can do that 3 times, you get 3 times 14, or 3 times 16, or 3 times 18. If they can do it 50 times, you get 50 times 18, 50 times 14, 50 times 16, okay? Isn't that so simple? I just explained that so simply. I should make a video. That's like so easy. It's like not hard. It's really simple. Yes, Kari, it is something to work on, and it'll grow you as a person to work beyond that, right? Because the anxiety is about being vulnerable. That's really what it's about. It's like when you get on the phone with someone, there's a vulnerability component there. It's being seen, you seeing someone and them seeing you, right? That's what happens, and that creates that level of anxiety. So really it's about accepting being seen. That's the work for you to heal this phone anxiety. It's like, it's okay for people to see me, and it's okay for me to see people. Like, it's safe for that to happen, and this can actually be a great connection, right? And if it's not, then that's okay too, right? So that's the work for that. Yeah, of course. How we do one thing is how we do all things, remember? My favorite quote. It might be helpful for you, like I have a piece of tourmaline, like raw tourmaline in my hands right now, for you to work with something like hematite or something that's very grounding, Kari, while you're on the phone. Holding a stone that is grounding and centering and clearing might be beneficial. It's like I'm psychic. Weird. Kari's like, you're watching me. That's hilarious. Well, there you have it. All right, my loves. Well, that was it for my call. Hopefully this information was helpful for you. If you have any questions about using a scheduler or booking consults or even the compensation plan, please let me know. But otherwise, Go Giver Sells More. That's the book we'll be doing for May. So every week, Sable just uploaded the calendar of what we're going to be covering every Wednesday night. Book clubs are super fun and are usually a great growing experience. So go get it, and we will see you for our next call. It'll be May 2nd. Will be our next call. The 1st. Wow, look at us. So advanced. Moving on into May. All right, my loves. Until we meet again. Bye.